Hello, it's Sue Coco, your divine oracle, and I've set the intention. If you're seeing this video, there's an important message you specifically need to hear. There's no accidents, there's no mistakes. There's something in this that's going to resonate with you that you're going to connect with. And let's just jump right in. So the card I'm pulling from your language of flowers is stop. Slow down. The pace must abate before it's too late. So you're getting a warning right off the bat. You need to slow down. This message pertains to my life too, and I'm just smiling because I feel that there's so much I want to get done, and I'm just rushing ahead. And I feel that's what we're connecting with right now. We're both in a place where it just feels like you're in such a rush to get to your dream. You're very, very galvanized, and you're like, you know where your North Star is, and you know, okay, I want to get there. I want to get there. May it be through social media and hard work, labor, whatever the finish line is for you. You can see it, and you think, okay, if I do more work, I'll get there faster. When in fact, the message that I'm really channeling right now, what is meant for you is like unavoidable. It is already within your possession. It is, if it's destined for you, there's no rushing it, there's no timing, there's no missing out. It will be for you. Even if there is a deadline in place, the universe will work in mysterious ways to align it so you receive it when you are cosmically destined to receive it. Again, this message is completely timeless. It doesn't matter if you're watching this exactly when I posted it or, years and years later, because this is going to resonate with you at the exact moment you need to hear this. Ooh. Yeah, you're somebody who you take life like, you take the sword by the handle, you charge forward, you cut your own path. You're somebody who's very decisive, and your thoughts and your actions and your emotions are all working in conjunction together. You see what your true North Star is, and you want to just cut the path and cut through the tension and get through it. There's this energy of like, okay, we've got to move forward. We've got to just go, go, go. And that it's in alignment with a warning to take a step back and slow down. Like, you're making progress, but you burning yourself out is not going to help. You're in a marathon, not a sprint. So I understand you want to get to that goal, that dream life, that whatever that beautiful end goal is, but understand that you're not going to cut a shortcut there, because it'll be like the Ace of Sword card. There's blood on, well, I guess it might be the lighting, but I always see this card, especially because the sword has two edges, right? It cuts both ways. You can use it to cut your enemy, but in a wrong thing, it can cut you right back in return. So understand the way you're handling this power, this energy, this, you can burn yourself out. You can harm yourself in this process. So be careful and be nurturing of yourself, and understand, like, you would never expect this level of commitment and work and like this labor from anyone else. If you were to see somebody working as hard as you are, you would tell them, hey, take a break. You're going to burn yourself out. So you need to have that compassion for yourself. And the Hierophant. There are ways of doing this. There is a set path, and you rushing forward and saying, oh, I'm going to knock out all the tasks on my list, I'm going to knock it all out, that's not to your benefit. Like, you can either go fast or you can do it right, and it's like, you're not going to hit both. You're going to be in your rush to achieve your goal. It's not healthy. You're not going to reach it you're not going to reach it at where you need to be. Like, there's like time, and imagine like there's just two bars. There's your time, you want to get there as fast as possible, but there's like a skill bar, and you're going to need to fill up the skills, because the person you need to be when you get to that position, there's a huge cost of entry. And all the trials and tribulations and the hardship and everything you go to that leaves the mark on you, that forces you to grow, those deep cuts that you're able to, it's like you get a cut, but then it's like you're able to heal it and like flowers are blooming out. That's the vision that I'm getting. Those are all the like you need the time to heal. If you get there at the finish line and you're like, like dinged up from battle, you have all these cuts, you're shambling along. That's one of my favorite words. You're just shambling along because you're just like, oh, I made it. When you get to that goal, it's like, oh, guess what? You're great. You're here. We're going to start the war now. And you're not prepared and ready. Versus, I see you as a warrior. And you're getting better and you're going through the battles. You know where your end goal is. And as you're going and having this battle, then this battle, then this battle, and it's like a video game, and you're leveling up your little character, and by the time you get to the final boss, you need to have all the skills, because if you don't, it'll really, really take a toll on you. And what I really need you to understand is that this goal, this dream, there are more ways for you to get there than the story you've told yourself. It's like, oh, I can only become this by doing this. The only way I can get there, there's a million paths. And also when you trust in the universe, God, spirit, whatever you personally believe in, when you give up that control to the higher power, you understand there are infinite ways that the divine can intervene in your life and deliver this beauty to you and grant these blessings to you. Understand, there's no limit. There is no lack. There is abundance in all things. There's more than enough for everyone. And leave it and put it out there. I need you right now. The message I'm really channeling, I need you right now, is to do the work and leave it at that. Stop focusing on the end result, at the end goal, at the finish line. Focus your effort and your energy on what is in front of you. Take care of what is on your plate and take it one day at a time. If things are, I know you want to hit this deadline, you want to hit this goal, you want to get to that point, but by rushing through it and by burning yourself out, and by I see somebody staying up all night to try to get things done. I'm the same way. No. You need the rest. You need the time to heal. You need the time to decompress and get your mind right. I'm being compelled to share this, where every day that I have my regular work schedule, I'll do my work, I'll come home, I'll do all this extra stuff. And then usually between like 8 p.m. and 10 p.m., I like to get out my walking pad and I'll play Stardew Valley, and I'm just playing on my TV. That 2 hours is a way for me to decompress. It's a beautiful way for me to just to like let go of everything. I get my steps in on my walking pad, and it is just a really, really like healthy thing for me to do, just to benefit myself and to help myself unwind. You need to find these rituals that help you unwind, that trigger this. Okay, usually it's like a whole full body response. I pull out the walking pad, I start at my PS5, and I turn on Stardew Valley. The moment I hear Stardew Valley music, I am already relaxed. And I know for the next hour, 2 hours, that I'm just literally like leisurely walking on my walking pad, getting my steps, because I think it's very important to get 10,000 steps a day. Maybe that's something you want to incorporate, hey? It's very important to have those rituals. And it's like once you get into the routine of it, like I've been doing this for like weeks now, especially I love a game like Stardew Valley. You just kind of like lose yourself and it is not super intense and you can have your fun with it. And it's a way for me to just unwind at the end of the day and say, okay, great. Like I've done my work. I have done the work. I leave it in God's hands. And now it's me time. It's time for me to take care of myself because I'm taking care of everybody else. It's time for me to take care of me and allow myself to have a break and kind of like, disconnect from all my stress and troubles and whatever is going on in the world and just relax for a little bit. And then I'm ready for the next day. So you're being really called upon to do that, to build those routines. And you've gotten the 10 of Cups. Definitely there's a reason I felt compelled to share that, because you're in need right now to build those routines, because they are what is going to get you to a very peaceful and complete life. So what do I mean by that? When you get to that end goal, there's going to be more trouble and more, like there's going to be more problems affecting you when you get there. Different. I'm not saying like more than right now. I'm just going to say the level of like, it's, let me compose my thoughts because there's a lot of things coming at me right now. It's not that, like, there's never going to be a point in your life where everything is like hunky-dory, sunshine and rainbows, and you have absolutely no problems. Change and problems are like a constant in life. There will always be things that come to you that'll be like, oh, that you're going to have to deal with. And I'm not saying that the problems are constantly negative or bad. It's just a factor of life. You're simply going to get better at dealing with it and you know, moving it out of the way. One, I'm being compelled to share this. I hate exercise. I'm one of those people where I'm like, ugh, like, you could not get me to like do, like, to play any sport or do anything. I've tried to like really push myself to get 10,000 steps a day. Again, bring that in. I never thought of myself as somebody who would wake up and do my workout. I literally, for so long, I would wake up, do my morning routine, whatever. And then when I finally felt like I had some energy around like 6 o'clock, I would go and do like an hour on my treadmill. Be like, okay, great, I did my steps. Right now, every day, I wake up at like 9 in the morning, I go on the treadmill for an hour, and that's how I always start my day. It's been a actually beautiful process for me to be able to like go and really like, and it's not even like, I don't have to fight myself about it anymore. At first, yeah, when I first started like pushing myself, oh, I should go on the treadmill, I literally would sit at the edge of my bed, and then sometimes I'd fall asleep because I'm like, I don't want to get up. And I didn't go on the treadmill that morning, but I did go on later. And it just became a habit of, okay, well, I'm going to go on the treadmill. I'm going to blah, 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 you know, like go watch YouTube, go watch The Crown, go watch whatever my show is, and walk for an hour. And now it's to the point where I get up and it's not even like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed. I'm already up. Like, the next step is for me to go put on my running shoes and go on the treadmill. And that is what is really grounding my life, and being able to have those routines sets a great schedule. So you're being called upon to figure it out. What are the routines and what is going to be aiding you? One thing I know for the life that I have been dreaming of, that I feel coming to me, that I need to make sure my health and my energy are at maximum. And in order to have that, I need to be in my peak physical form, and I'm in the process of doing that. And so I'm not saying that's what you need to do, but I'm telling you, you know internally what it is you're going to need to have to be at your peak, to achieve the dreams you're going to receive. And you feel it just as well as I do, of this beautiful life, this dream, this goal, this absolute like miracle coming true. And it's like rushing towards us, and understand and know it is meant for you. There is no avoiding it. But no, you working yourself and burning yourself out isn't going to make it happen any faster. It will just really hinder you. So what the takeaway is find those, those moments of peace. Find those little hideaways of like comfort for yourself. Find ways to replenish yourself, recharge yourself, that you're able to get rest and really recharge your batteries, because you're not going to get there by running on empty. You're not going to get there by like constantly, I'm going to push myself, like that grind hustle culture. It's not the healthiest thing, and it's like you're going to lose yourself in that. Like, no offense, these people that are like rise and grind, like, I just got back from a beautiful weekend in Whistler, and the resort we were staying at had this amazing like hot tub, and I was out there at night in the mountains, and there were so many like random people, and we were all just like socializing and talking and getting to know one another. And I really made it a point not to try not to talk about like my job and my career, because it's like that's so boring. It's like the least interesting thing about me. And like just connect with people. I always find the people that are just so focused on their like work. Like, I get it, you have dreams and goals and aspirations, but somewhere between all that work, find some time to enjoy your life, to appreciate your life, to get away from it and see the beauty and the miracle in the little things. And that's what you're being called upon to do, to see the beauty and the miracle in those little things, that you can connect with others, have beautiful moment of like, genuine connection, instead of just, being like this workaholic, and you've like shaved all your rough edges down. It's all work focused, and it's like outside of work, who are you? And you have like no idea. I think this was super clear. I'm hearing silence, and that's the message I needed to deliver. If you like this, please do like, comment, subscribe, hype the video if you're so inclined. And until next time, bye.